everybody? Welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast with Louie and Preston. My name is Louie.
My name is Preston.
We're recording once again. Live from the Trap House. We're back. We're so back. I am so back.
Season 7?
Dude, I don't even know. I should.
Season 7, Highly Suspicious Podcast forever.
I should know these things before we start recording.
And open our big dumb mouths.
I rarely
don't know anything.
7 sounds right.
7 sounds right, because I remember hyping up the 6th.
Season 7. So
let's go. The 6th season seems like a big hump point, like that's a lot of content.
We have 6 fucking seasons worth of content for you guys. But it's not necessary to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
And we're also spoiling you because we are consistently getting better.
And changing. And
so every new episode is going to be the newest, most improved version of the podcast.
Yeah. Facts.
What is this podcast about, Preston?
Entertaining and informing the people.
Of course, but let's get more specific than that. What are a few of the topics that we cover, not in every episode, but often?
Every season, I'd say.
Yeah.
Conspiracies.
Hot
takes.
Hot
aliens.
takes.
Sasquatch. All that shit.
Cryptids. Creepy crawlies.
Creatures of the night.
Government conspiracies.
Yeah.
You already said conspiracies.
Real conspiracies.
But, yeah.
Real conspiracies sometimes.
There's the silly conspiracies about there being dragons on the moon.
Yeah.
And then there's conspiracy theories about,
shit that's
other
probably
things that are actually going on.
Yeah.
What was most of season 6 about?
I don't know. There was a lot of alien shit and,
there was
a lot of technology shit.
The artificial intelligence.
We do like science here. I like that we like science, but we also like science fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why
we're happy to entertain fictitious ideas because we can look at it and be like, well, in a way, that could happen. I could see it.
So I'm going to be going heavy on the AI shit today.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a strong start.
Because we're gone for a month, and I saw multiple things about AI, how it's fucking up the world.
Yeah.
More and more and more.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, every time we take a break, there's a bunch of shit that happens. So we got to get into it.
Yeah.
But first, we got to talk about the Mitch McConnell thing, right?
Oh my God. Talking about conspiracy theories, that man, he needs to go take like a sunbath. If he's a fucking turtle, reptile motherfucker,
he
needs to go warm the fuck up because he is slowly dipping into hibernation mode.
Yeah. That man is geeked. When you go non-verbal at the function.
He's on the Delta.
I mean, it's just crazy to watch it. And the most recent one was just a few days ago.
It was just a few. The fact that it was the second time, and that's when I saw a lot of people who weren't even like attacking him, were just like, this is kind of sad.
Yeah.
This is just me watching the old man mentally deteriorate on like national television.
Yeah, right.
And that doesn't feel good. And those were people who were like, y'all need to stop like dogging on him. This is like, somebody needs to intervene. He should not be working. And that's a lot of people's take on it now is like, fuck being mad at old like politicians for still working. Just look at it as sad that they like feel the desire or need to continue to work. Yeah, like they want more money. A lot of them are incredibly wealthy. They want more money at that age. What do they need more money for?
It's probably a lot of people propping them up.
Yeah.
Like fucking Mitch McConnell's like granddaughter or something.
Yeah.
Being like, okay, I won a Tiffany bracelet, Mitch. So you have to run for re-election so we can swallow up all the taxpayers' money again. But here's what I want to say about this. I'm tired of the age limit conversation. Oh, there should be an age limit. Maybe we should look at this and say that fucking democracy is a scam.
Yeah.
If everybody is saying the same thing, Why is he still in office?
Yeah.
Well, we keep voting for these people because we're told, oh, Mitch is the person that's most likely to win again.
Yeah.
So we just gotta prop him up there. Same thing with Biden. That's what we said with Biden. It doesn't matter how cooked he is.
You know what?
Let's
I think
prop
this
him out
season's
here.
going to be political. You're already pushing me in a direction where I think that
It's
this season,
it's 2023.
I know.
We are about a year out from the next election.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
going
about
to
to
be
get crazy.
It's going to be the wild, wild west.
I think we need to stay up to date on this shit because it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot happening. There's interesting people running, you know? And I do think people are becoming more politically conscious, especially people our age. But it's really interesting because I do agree with the idea that there could be people propping up politicians that we don't see, but we also see a lot of people propping up politicians that should be fucking retired that we do see.
Yeah, right.
You know, former presidents, shit like that.
Right.
And I think that we need to look at, like, interesting people who are running.
Can we make it not the norm anymore? Can we?
I know.
Everyone
I want some crazy
says-
motherfuckers to run.
Everyone says, let's normalize this, let's normalize that. Let's de-normalize if you're already in office, you just are automatically the front runner.
Term limits for everybody.
I don't know why Biden's the front runner just because he's the president.
You know Cornel West is running, right?
No, I did not know that.
You did not know that? That's
No,
a
I
big
did not
deal.
know that.
That's a really big deal. And he's running basically saying, I want to dismantle the current political design.
That's awesome.
Like, he does not agree with the political structure that we have in our country anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks it does not work, which is accurate. I think a lot of people in this country, no matter where your political line is, would agree that our current political system does nothing for everyday people.
Yeah.
And so I think it's promising, but it's also the same thing that happened to Bernie back in the day, where they were saying, oh, don't vote for them. You'll take votes away from somebody who could actually win. Oh, no, Orange Man who's going to be arrested and in federal prison, hopefully, will win.
Do we have to say something about that?
I just feel like it's stupid that people are talking about him like a real political figure when this man's got a case.
Is there any more
They
that
need
we
to hop
can
off
say?
his dick.
Is there any more we could even say about that whole situation?
No, that's a whole
than
take.
Just
That's the whole take right there.
what?
That motherfuckers need to hop off his dick and stop talking about him like he's an actual political figure and talk about him like he's a fucking criminal, because he is.
Okay.
Straight up.
All right. Let's go into some AI shit. Unless you have something else to say about Cornell. Okay.
Robot. AI time.
Here's something that I feel like we completely dropped the ball about at the end of last season. This has been going on for kind of a minute, but I was not as informed about this until
recently.
the season break.
Mm.
But the fucking writer's strike, man.
Yeah.
I did not know that, like, the main issue that writers are facing right now is that fucking artificial intelligence is threatening their jobs.
Yeah. It's the same for...
That blows my mind.
Dude, it's the same for, like, actors and shit. Because
Yes.
their whole thing is
Yes.
that, like, producers have said, well, we'll just pay actors, like, a one-time fee to use their likeness, and then just, like, do one of those AI deep fake...
Like the shit we were talking about with that AI rapper.
Yeah.
Where they basically stole the whole man's image and likeness and just used it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy as fuck, too. But just the fact that the writers were like, this is our very simple demand. We don't want this artistic pursuit just being completely turned into a money-grubbing scheme, which is what artificial intelligence does. It takes away any sort of creativity. It takes away any sort of... And it blows my mind that, you know, Disney and all these companies are like, no, we're not promising that.
Yeah.
We can have an entire AI written movie, and there's nothing you can do about it. And
Like,
that's why they're fucking not doing it.
Yeah.
So, here's the question I want to ask. Do you think that we'd be able to tell the difference between an AI written script and a human written script? Across the board, some things more than others?
Probably some things more than others, but there's already a thing of people using like ChatGPT to write papers and shit, and professors can sort of tell.
Yeah.
Because it uses similar phrasing, similar writing style, like every time. Mm-hmm. It's not very unique. Doesn't have any personal touches. It's all very technical, all very clearly copied and pasted from like Wikipedia and other sources. Right. It's just not complex enough yet. But I've read really bad like AI responses to shit.
I have too. But think about something like... Think about a formulaic ass show like a sitcom or something.
I would agree.
That where every episode has kind of the same formula.
I think if they promoted
it as
being written by AI, you know,
people wouldn't like that.
No, I think some people would find that interesting, and if they made it like a little meta, you know, there'd be people that would find that interesting, just to watch like once. But I don't think they're going to be able to get away with it for very long. I think people are going to find out shit's AI generated, or written, and not fuck with it.
Think about something like The Simpsons. Yeah, The Simpsons has very creative moments. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that it's all formulaic, but you have 30 seasons that you can plug into the machine and be like, okay, write me a whole season. Episode. Write me a whole season of this shit. And it could probably do it. So that's where it gets weird to me. But I also don't want every TV show to just be the most predictable thing in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, that would be disappointing if that's where the art we know and love and enjoy goes. I don't have any take deeper than that, but I have multiple other AI things that I want to get into. Oh, yeah. Before we go into other AI things, I want to say fuck Netflix one more time for the people in the back.
Fuck Disney.
Because of the password sharing thing that still pisses me off.
Yeah, it pisses me off too.
But I saw this, that Aaron Paul, the Breaking Bad guy, says that he makes zero money from Breaking Bad on Netflix, even though it's like their most popular show.
I think everybody needs to get back into pirate like websites.
Yeah, for sure. But he also said, I think these streamers know what they have been getting away with by not paying people fair wages, and it's time to pony up. Mm-hmm. And I think the streaming shit is a big part of this strike. Mm-hmm. And I think that's great. I think it's something that we need to do.
I think they've oversaturated the market a little bit with like bad content.
They definitely have. So, quick little list that I saw. This is a list from Ranker. Greatest TV characters of all time. And this is going from... I'm going to read it from number 1, the best character ever, to the 10th best character ever. You want to guess what the first best character is? Walter White. That's what kind of why I bring it up. It's kind of tangentially related, but it's Walter White, Michael Scott, Tony Soprano, Saul Goodman, Tyrion Lannister, Dwight Schrute, Jesse Pinkman, Chandler Bing, Tom and Jerry is 9 on the list. I don't know how that's one character.
That's not.
And 10 is Joey Tribbiani. So, for a quick recap, that entire list
fucking dumb.
Is 30% Breaking Bad characters. It's 10% Game of Thrones. It's 20% The Office. It's 20% Friends.
And then one of them's
Tom and Jerry, which is a complete outlier in that. But someone
Dude, that's a whole show. That's not even a character. That's the whole fucking show.
Someone screen capped that and said, apparently women don't exist.
Right.
But I also replied that that's the fucking whitest list of all time.
Yes, it is.
You have not only zero characters of color, but also zero shows that anybody that's, outside of the white community really gives a fuck about. Black people don't really like Friends. They don't really like The Office.
Fuck with Friends.
A lot of people don't really like.
Now, the fact that all of them are old too. That's a thing that I gotta put out there. I saw, it might have been Tyler, the creator, talking about people being like, what's your top 5 rappers of all time? And it's like they'll say some shit like Wu-Tang and shit like that, and they're like, I'm talking about now, motherfucker. Like, who do you like now?
Yeah.
Who's relevant?
Yeah, people feel like
of course Wu-Tang's good, but you don't gotta include them in your personal favorite of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
you feel like you have to say Tupac.
They're the greatest. If they asked you to list the greatest of all time, you might say some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But if you're saying your favorite, don't put some shit out there that's obvious.
Yeah.
Say what you really like that's modern, that
my
fucking
favorite
matters.
Rapper of all time.
Yeah.
You're a capper.
Yeah.
I guarantee you listen to more motherfucking Ice Spice than motherfucking Nas.
And that's how I feel about that list. List something relevant. Yeah. I get that the fucking TikTok fucking Netflix pipeline got everybody on fucking Sopranos, fucking
and Breaking Bad,
and people will always watch reruns of Friends or The fucking Office.
Yeah.
I don't know how Tom and Jerry got in there. Where the fuck do you even watch that shit?
Can we talk about how Tom and Jerry doesn't even fucking talk? How are they the fucking greatest, the 9th best character of all time? They say no words, and they do the same thing every episode.
Facts.
But
that's literally Friends as well.
An AI could write that shit. An AI could write Friends.
I'm surprised.
An AI could write
Seinfeld
Office.
wasn't on there. A lot of people are back on Seinfeld too. That's a big.
Seinfeld's good.
I swear, as I said, TikTok to streaming pipeline.
Okay, let's bang out these next 2 AI things because I think they're kind of short and it goes with kind of the first part of the show. So this happened literally maybe the next day after we posted the finale. Mm-hmm. And I said this to you at the time. But Snapchat's AI
oh my god, that was wild.
Posted a story and it's it looks like a picture of a gray room.
Yeah, but also almost. you ever take a picture of your pocket with the flash on accident?
Yeah, that's kind of what that.
I bet it took a picture on somebody's phone.
What if he took a picture on my phone? So, I don't really have that much to say about it. That's just
Louis goes to his camera
That's proof that the shit is getting smarter.
That's fucked up. Yeah, I hate that it's the top thing on my Snapchat now.
Yeah, I hate it too. I hate looking at it.
Let's say hello. Let's talk to... I call it Snapinator. It said, this message is no longer available. It sent me something at some point.
That's scary.
Hello?
And I saw people texting the Snapbot, and they were like, what did you just post on your story? Why did you just do that? And it said some shit about, I can't post on my story. I don't know what you mean.
Was this a month ago? What day did that happen?
The 15th. Hey, sorry, I don't have access to my previous post on my story. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Tell me your real name. No, your name is Snapinator. That's creepy. I don't like it. With it.
So here's the most nefarious thing. The most nefarious story of the 3. This is the most disturbing to me. New AI app allows you to text with Jesus and Satan.
What's this app called?
Well, welcome to the world of Text with Jesus, where you're just a tap away from a conversation with the holy, and for a price of the not so holy, $2.99 a month.
That's hilarious.
So you're not about to pay $3 to text with Jesus.
No, sir.
But when I don't know where you stand. I don't know how much you all know about the shit that I believe in. I don't think the Bible is, word for word. As far as 100% accurate, I think some of it's metaphorical. I think some of
absolutely.
But when the Bible talks about false prophets.
Yeah.
And shit trying to...
That'd be fucked up.
Be fake Jesus. This could be the shit that they're fucking talking about. Why are we worshiping false idols? Literally. People say that about, worshiping celebrities. This is literally worshiping a false idol. You are literally talking with a fake Jesus. That probably won't take off, but it's pretty disturbing, nonetheless.
A lot of Christian shit's pretty disturbing.
That's for sure.
Remember when they came out with that, Christian-only dating site?
Yeah.
That shit was cringe.
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. What are we listening to today?
So, I'm coming out swinging.
Do it.
This is a retread. This is an artist that I've already put in the chamber for this show.
Yeah.
But this is, my favorite song of the year. And there's also a feature artist on there that I want to talk about that has not been in the chamber before.
Mm-hmm.
So for some artist that's really weird, what approach do you think I'm going to take? Because there's two approaches to bring the song to the show. Either I can bring one of their more accessible things that will probably get people into it being like, oh, that's not that weird. Or am I going to bring to the table the weird shit that is actually the good shit that they do that is going to be different from the rest of the shit you hear? Or which approach do you think that I'm going to bring to the table?
Knowing your weird ass. Say the weirdest of the weird.
You would be correct. Okay, get ready for this
Go
shit.
weird or go home.
That's what I feel like.
If we coming, nigga sliding on you, and this ain't cool running. No pun intended, I'ma step on business. Got it for the law, like the day after Christmas. Niggas illiterate, can't read the room we in. So get your cameras out, it's a movie then. Bitch! I'm about to flip the script, like they just cut the budget. Wildin' out, showing my ass out in public. La la la, can't tell me nothing. Nights like this, bitch, they been roughing.
You just listened to Year Zero by Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel featuring Danny Brown. Preston, what the fuck did I just play?
Some weird shit. I recognize Danny Brown. Very recognizable voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I loved it. It was a good little change up for me.
He's one of those guys where you hear a lot of people be like, I just can't get into him because his voice is annoying. Those people,
it's expressive.
Those people are holding themselves back from peak rapping and peak music. Because he's just so different from anybody else.
Honestly, all of his bars are always solid.
Yeah.
And sure. I think he's aware he has a weird voice. I'm sure he might even be doing some of that intentionally. And he'll kind of use it to enunciate, be more nasally on some words and shit.
So I want to talk about the Billy Woods verse first. We've talked about Billy Woods on here before. We did Christine off of his album last year, which was one of my favorite albums of the year. And this currently is my favorite album of the year. So, he's talking... This is a lot of common territory for Billy Woods. He talks a lot about kind of shit that we talk about on this show. He's talking about society's flaws. He's talking about... Ape stood and walked into the future, March of Progress, and hunchbacked in front of the computer. He's talking about all the progress that society's come to, and we really haven't progressed at all. We're really awful. And so he's talking about that. He's painted a picture of just all the terrible shit in society. The hook, he's talking about, it's like an interpolation of what every old person tells me, where they're like, the older generation just fucked up the world, but you can save it. You can fix it with just a little hard work and determination. But he's making it in his way where it's extremely cynical. So he's saying, kids, you and your friends are going to have to start again. We're fucked up. Fuck. Poison everything we touch. And he says that we need to burn the shit with everybody inside, which is graphic. But my favorite line in this whole shit is him saying, sooner or later, there's going to be 2 unrelated active shooters, same place, same time.
Yeah.
Great minds, Tesla and Edison.
Yeah.
That is a fucking mind-blowing bar for me on so many levels because of what he's actually saying. The use of the great minds think alike thing. But also comparing Tesla and Edison, wasn't that the thing where they both
they hated each
quote
other,
unquote created the light bulb? Wasn't that what it was?
They were rivals.
It's a crazy line when you know the historical significance of that too. And just saying,
dude, my taxes pay police brutality settlements.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Is that not the most dystopian image that you could say in one line? We are paying the government to pay victims of the government. That's fucked. So, here's what I want to say about the Danny Brown shit. Because I watched an interview where Billy Woods is talking about this song, and he's saying, fuck, I just really wanted Danny Brown on this song, we kept chasing after him, and he said he would do it, but he just kept ducking and ducking, and they didn't even know that he was going to be able to do it at all. But he came in their studio to do the shit eventually.
Nice.
And he said, basically, I know what you can do, Billy, so I have to be on my shit because otherwise I'm just going to get washed. And I can't have that. I got to come correct, basically. So, similar to me, Billy Wood said that Danny Brown was doing the verse, and he was reading lyrics off of 2 phones. He was reading some lyrics off of one phone and some lyrics off of the other phone. So, what verse was your favorite?
I was really fucking with sort of his ending.
Yeah.
You the type to get lipo. I'm the type that caught work on an iPhone.
If I lose weight, I get caught in a drug zone. Going back to the lipo, but going back to the work on the iPhone.
I was also talking about how, like, I like his voice when he does intentionally weird pronunciations. Yeah. And on lipo, he really used that nasally.
Lipo.
Exactly. I'm glad you knew what I was talking about because, like,
totally.
That's a prime example of, like, how Danny Brown's voice works.
Yeah.
Is for bars like that where he can kind of, like, go up.
Yeah. Danny Brown's
I also love a Cool Runnings reference.
Dude, that line is so awesome. We slide on you when it's not cool running.
Yeah.
And then he said, if not bitch, that it's Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
We got a few movie references in here. But just the Danny Brown verse had to grow on me because not because it was bad.
I like this too. Tell them drive through like 20-piece nuggets. Broke like the ice cream machine. You rubbish.
What's great about that?
Everybody knows that the McDonald's ice cream machine always broke.
Everyone knows he's talking about McDonald's in both those lines, but he doesn't have to say that. If it was a worse person, worse rapper, worse lyricist, they might say, you guys broke like the ice cream machine at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same ring to it. It doesn't work the same way. But the Danny Brown verse had to grow on me. Not because it was bad, but because I love the Billy Woods part so much.
They're very different vibes.
And Danny
Billy
just
Woods sounds
doesn't...
super serious.
Yeah.
Like, and like... in his feelings about shit every time he's rapping.
And Danny's being goofy.
Yeah, he's not making light of shit.
He's not talking about anything too serious.
Dude, it's good because Billy's like talking about the world's fucked up, society's fucked up. I don't think there's anything we can do to fix it, burn it to the ground. And then you have like a complete lighthearted, goofy sounding verse.
Yeah. You slipping at night like an old bitch nightgown. Some people aren't even going to understand that,
so
but that's
good.
just so funny.
It's so good.
For anyone who doesn't understand that, a slip is
bitch.
What an old woman would call a nightgown. I can't explain it any better than that. But Danny Brown back like skinny white girls.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this today. I don't know which way to interpret this line. Earlier, I thought that he was saying that, you know, skinny white girls have like long ass back. You know what I'm saying? I kind of thought that's what he was saying. That he's back like skinny white girls. But it could also mean that they're back trendy again. Skinny ass white girls. Yeah. So I think it works on either way. Either level.
Okay. Long backs.
Got it for the low like the day after Christmas.
That's a good one.
Inwards illiterate, can't read the room we in.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So good. So, I've been a Danny Brown fan for a long time. His album with JPEG Mafia this year was really good. I saw him on tour for the Scared Lows tour when they came in to town, and that was awesome. But Danny Brown has his first solo album in 4 years coming out this year.
Oh, wow.
And he says that it's going to be like his most personal album yet.
Cool.
Which is crazy because his 2016 record, Atrocity Exhibition, he's talking about pretty much every way he's fucked up and addicted to drugs.
Damn.
And shit like that.
Damn.
And it's just crazy to think that he can get more personal than that. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
And yeah. Sorry, that took a long time.
Oh, you're good. I was about to say, I can't believe that we didn't mention music is another thing that the Highly Suspicious podcast is about.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we said conspiracy theories, aliens, all our dumb shit. Music is at the heart of this show.
For sure. So, for the second half of the show, I really don't...
to wrap us up? Or nothing?
I really don't have a lot of stuff. I screenshotted this because I thought this was so funny. So...
That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
So Addison Rae, quote unquote, wears statement piece in new photo shoot for Vogue. And it's a dress. It's just like a black dress, but it says 2 + 2 = 3. So someone quote tweeted was like, what's the statement?
Exactly. I can't do math. That's the statement.
And I saw someone
that tells you fashion designers think 2 + 2 = 3.
Someone replied to that and they were like, I would have respected it more if it said 9 + 10 = 21.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. What do you think that fucking means? I have no idea.
That's not even a meme. 9 + 10 = 21 would have at least been a meme.
Yeah,
and I think the internet would have appreciated that. Why is the 3 red?
I don't know. But, so yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Is there any music news?
Not really. It's been super dry. Drake was supposed to drop something a few weeks ago, but then he didn't.
Damn.
And he's still teasing it that it's going to happen at some point. But there's nothing I hate more than that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because when Drake is supposed to drop on a date, other artists move their albums that were already supposed to drop on that date because they're like, okay, everyone's going to be talking about Drake. Everyone's going to be listening to Drake. So I'm not even trying to compete with that. And then Drake doesn't even drop. So what we get out of that is nobody drops that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, fine.
That's some bull.
But yeah, it's still kind of been a slow year. It's still not been a whole lot of shit that's been released. I'm hoping that a lot of my anticipated albums come out in the last few months of the year. Because, like, Danny Brown I mentioned I'm excited for.
Yeah.
A$AP Rocky's supposed to drop his first album in, 6 years.
That has been a while.
It's been popping out fucking kids.
Facts.
Schoolboy Q's finally supposed to drop an album soon. I'm excited for that, but I just hate... I'm tired of waiting for it. Everyone keeps saying, soon, music coming soon, and then you just never hear from them again.
Yeah. Damn. It has been a slow year. We've talked about that already this year.
Yeah, we have.
I don't know. I feel like it's like I expect stuff to be dropped in the spring and summer. That's when people are like going to shows,
that's when people,
partying.
That's when people are outside. You want some kind of fun music to play with the windows down and play hanging out with the boys and stuff like that. But no one wanted to capitalize on that, I guess. Yeah. Very few people wanted to capitalize on it. But
I feel like if you drop an album in the winter, that's fucking weird.
It depends on the artist, right?
Yeah.
And it's also like some music, it's like, okay, I'm inside, but I got this album to keep me warm by the fire type of thing. But, yeah, I think that's weird too, because a lot of people aren't going to like concerts like that in the winter. But I think one of the benefits of having a slow year means that I've kind of been able to go back to older music that I've never heard before and get into some of that. I downloaded a bunch of music the other day where it's just a bunch of shit where it's like, old shit that I've never really been able to get into, but I finally get download a bunch of like Doobie Brothers stuff. I've been fucking with that recently. Just random songs, really.
Yeah.
That I've been enjoying from like the 80s and shit like that.
Sick.
I've always told you that the songs that I heard a million times growing up, those are the ones that I'm like, ew, get away. So the older hits that I didn't hear a million times, those are the ones that I'm able to enjoy. Like, I just installed Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
And that was thankfully not overplayed.
Not overplayed to you? Yeah.
Not overplayed on the radio. Which I don't get, because that shit's fire on every level.
For me, it's songs that are in movies. Those are a lot of stuff that's like, I can't listen to that casually.
Yeah, right.
In real life. Because then I'll just be like, damn, it's just like that movie.
Sometimes that works in its favor, I feel like. Sometimes it, like All-Star makes me nostalgic.
Speaking of All-Star, what, you haven't heard that news? Louis, come on.
All-Star Breakfast.
No, what's the
Waffle
band?
House? Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth? Yeah, the co-founder just died.
Oh, damn. That's tragic.
What's his name? Steve Harwell. Lead singer.
So that was today? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn!
56. I think he was having health issues.
That sucks. I'm gonna bump his music right now.
In honor
Jimmy Buffett too. I like that we talked.
Oh my god,
we talked about the Smash Mouth.
Don't let my wife hear you talking about that. Hey, that's more current, all right. But no, Nikki's been like
one day more
tired of hearing everybody talk about Jimmy Buffett. It's like, come on.
We talked about posthumous music a lot on here.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's kind of silly. I think it's cool to pay your respects and stuff like that. I don't like that everyone has to be a Jimmy Buffett fan now that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate that everyone's like, okay, I have to say something about it. Like,
I saw one that was, you know, the Soprano scene where he's getting on his son for bad-mouthing Christopher Columbus.
No.
He's literally like, in this household, Christopher Columbus is an Italian-American hero. And so there's people who do a good Tony Soprano impression on like TikTok, Instagram, shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And he was reading a tweet that was somebody doing that scene except for Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
And they were like, as far as I'm concerned, in this household, Jimmy Buffett is a goddamn hero.
That's funny.
It's hilarious. Because they got into it. They got real into it. They were like, listen, Margaritaville's iconic.
Impressions are a dying art because of AI too.
Yeah.
Because memes used to be funny, like people trying to impersonate like SpongeBob and doing a good job at it. But now it's like, you know,
it could be
all
fake.
the AI things of like Trump and Elon playing Minecraft together, which was funny for a while. But it's
Biden
also,
and Trump is even better.
Yeah, it takes no talent to fucking do that at all.
Zero talent.
The joke is Joe Biden said balls. Fuck off.
Nah.
Is that ketchup on my microphone? Or blood? Or barbecue sauce?
Knowing you, that's ketchup. Or barbecue sauce.
Or chocolate.
That's not brown. You're ridiculous. Is that all we have for today?
Let's get one more nugget in.
One more nug.
What's one more nugget that you can leave the people with?
Let's see. Do we have plans for next episode? We could do a little tease.
We should get a guest on.
We should get a guest on. Carl.
Yeah.
Carl, if you're listening, you're going to be on the podcast
you
next week.
You have 24 hours to respond.
This is your only notice. You're getting sent to the episode, and I'm going to see if you listen all the way through.
Yeah. And if you don't, you're a fake friend. You know what pisses me off?
What?
People I know talking about getting into podcasts and listening to different podcasts, and I'm just sitting in the corner with my arms folded, like, don't say it.
What about my podcast? Yeah.
And I guess I get that if I hang out with you all the time, you don't want to just listen to my podcast all the time.
Yeah.
But for people I don't see
all the time. No, I've had people say that, like, they haven't seen me in a while, so they listen to the episode of the podcast. They're like, I felt like I was right there. Like, it's like a normal conversation with you. Which is good, because that's what it's supposed to be.
Fake friends.
We'll get Carl on proof that he's a real one.
Only if you listen to that.
The most special of guests.
Otherwise, he's dead to me.
Yeah, you're going to have a test on it when you pull up, Carl. Louis going to have, like, 5 questions written down. Pop quiz.
What was the third topic we did on the show today? You mean, like, actual topic, or...
Stop. We were talking about impressions.
Here, ask me a question, I'm going to respond like I'm Carl.
What song did we listen to on the podcast today?
So, I forget what the shit's called, but we listened to some Billy Wood shit. It was kind of weird. I didn't really fuck with it.
I think Carl would fuck with it.
We need to listen to more Kanye on this show. That's what I think. Yeah, it's great.
This season will have more Kanye.
Carl's going to be on every episode after this.
Yeah. Third host. Maybe that's what we get for one season. Just have a third host for one season.
Yeah.
That'd be wild. That'd be fun. Big change.
Let's get Joe Rogan in here.
Yeah.
For a season.
Yeah. So he can, like, smack the shit out of a cigar and then say a really cold, dead-in-the-water take and then laugh to himself.
You guys ever think about, like, what they're really doing in that submarine? Okay. Cut it. Cut it. Oh, wait. Do an outro.
All right. That was the first episode of Season 7 of the Highly Suspicious Podcast. We will be back every Thursday still. New guests. Hopefully this season, you're going to be trying to make that happen more. Link in bio, as always. We are wherever you get your podcast. At Highly Suspicious Podcast on Instagram. See you next week.